Have you tried onion fritters before? If not, this is your sign to try them. They are so good. If you like onion rings, you'll definitely like these. Okay, onion fritters. I have 2 large white onions that I'm going to slice thinly, or as thin as possible. I'm starting with like a cup to a cup and a half of all-purpose flour. I'll let you know when I mix it all together, but you'll want at least a cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to be adding salt, some granulated onion powder. I have some paprika and garlic powder. That's it. If you want other things in your onion fritters, go for it. This is just a pretty simple seasoning that I like to use. And to make this extra light and crispy, I'm going to be using mineral water or like sparkling water. Okay, so I have my 2 large white onions sliced. I'm going to let these sit here for a second because I want to make a ranch dip. So ranch dip seasoning mix, and I'm going to add fresh chives and fresh dill into some plain Greek yogurt. You could use sour cream and mayo, but my base today is going to be plain Greek yogurt that I have in my fridge. This was a 32-ounce container. I'm probably gonna use like a cup and a half or so. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna make a ranch dip. I only used 16 ounces, so I'm gonna put the rest up. Okay, so I've got my dill. Actually, I didn't chop this for whatever reason, but I'll just break it apart. Fresh dill, fresh chives, and 16 ounces of Greek yogurt ranch dip mix. You can even do this. I've seen people do it with just like dry seasoning mixes like onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, dill, all that. But okay, I'm just going to give this a really good mix. If you want this to thin out a little bit, you could add like a tablespoon of water. Sometimes I like to add chipotle peppers into this to make it kind of spicy. It's up to you, but that's it. Ranch dip. And I'm going to just cover this and let it hang out in the fridge while we make the onion fritters. Okay, so 2 large white onions that I sliced up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with like a cup of flour. I think that should be okay. And then I eyeball things, but if we're gonna be technical with like, I guess start with like a teaspoon of onion powder. We'll do a teaspoon, same thing, of paprika. Actually, maybe that works. And I'm gonna add like a half teaspoon of garlic powder, something like that. And I'm gonna go with like a teaspoon of salt. Yeah. Now you're just gonna mix everything, coat the onion with the flour and seasoning. I mean, it probably would be better to just do it with your hands, clean hands. I think I'm gonna do this with my hands. Now I'm gonna start with like a half, like a half cup. And then start like scrunching and crunching this together. I just think with this amount of onions, I want to make sure I don't make a mess with mixing it with the rice paddle. But now it's going to get kind of sticky, and that's what you want. I'm going to add a little more flour, like I said. It's going to be like a cup to a cup and a half. Okay, the cooking oil should be preheated, and you're just going to take some of the onions and kind of ball them together. Let's see if this works, because it's been a while since I've done this. Yep. Just like that. Just like that. You want to make sure you separate it. Okay, so we're just going to let these cook for like a minute or so on one side and then give them a flip. Okay, I'm going to carefully flip. And then just let it continue cooking on the other side. Now you're going to put them on a wire rack, or you can put them on paper towels. Just like that. So I managed to fit 3 in a pan, and it takes about 1.5 minutes on each side, and then I kind of flip it like 2 or 3 times. You just want it to be crispy and golden brown. The fry oil should be around 355 degrees Fahrenheit, because by the time you put it in it will drop, but you know, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for fry oil works for this. I had to move burners and turn on the exhaust fan. Okay, so I have like some fresh parsley, and that's as a garnish. You could actually put it in with the onion if you want. But these are my onion fritters. Okay, so it's time to give these onion fritters a try. If you do not like crispy, crunchy eating noises, tune away. Okay, I need the dip. Okay. Really good.